Hello viewers, welcome to ProgrammingGeek. I am here with a new tutorial that is complete CRUD operation in Android Studio using SQL Stored Procedure with Java. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna create a folder to create Android application. In the D drive Android tutorial folder with the name CRUD Android SQL underscore SP. Yes, the folder is created. Now the folder is empty. Now start Android Studio. Yes, Android Studio is started. Now go to File menu and click on New Project. Select Empty Activity. Click on Next. Yes, now name the Android application. Android application name will be CRUD Android underscore SQL underscore SP. And save the location. Select location. Location is a D drive Android tutorial folder. Expand the Android tutorial folder and select CRUD Android SQL underscore SP and click on OK. Yes. Now click on Finish. See that the Android application is created in the directory. Select a directory. Remove this default text view, and now I'm gonna design this page, Android page, to perform CRUD operation. So this is text view. Now change the text of this text view. Text is ID, and then select text in the palette and drag the number, editTextNumber, and drop it in Android page. Concentrate top, right, left and bottom, and place it below the ID. Okay, it's done. Now I'm gonna add one more text view. Yes. Okay, this text view text is name, and then add a plain text, edit text person name. Okay, now copy, select this second text view and edit text person name and copy, and then paste for address. Okay, now add button. This button is I will use this button to insert records in the SQL Server database using Android Studio using stored procedure. Okay, I just take 3 buttons for insert, update and delete, to perform insert, update and delete operation. Okay, now this text view I will use to show message. I mean, after performing CRUD operation it will display the result. Okay, now start SQL Server Management Studio and select your server name, login essay, password, SQL Server password. Expand the database name is CRUD Android DB. I already created, and the table name also. Now let's check the records in the database table. So select star from user info underscore tab, the table name, execute. Yes, these are the records in the database table. You can see ID, name, address. Now I am gonna create a stored procedure. There is no stored procedure yet. To create a stored procedure in SQL to perform CRUD operation, I'm gonna create a stored procedure in SQL to perform CRUD operation. Okay, create process, insert user underscore SP, integer ID, name and bhakar, address, at that of address also and bhakar, then as begin, end. Now SQL command is insert into user info underscore tab values. Values will be ID, name, address. ID comma name comma at that of address. Yes. Now select this procedure and execute. Yes, commands completed successfully. Let's check the stored procedure. Exec db is schema name dot insert under user sp. This is the stored procedure name, and there are 3 parameter: ID, name and address. ID 105, name Jerry and address USA. Select and execute. Yes, it's successfully executed. Let's check the records in the database table. Yes, you can see 105 Jerry USA is inserted successfully in the SQL Server database table user info underscore tab. Okay, Now I'm gonna create one more stored procedure for update operation, to perform update operation. Just copy and paste. First of all, change the stored procedure name, update user underscore sp, update user info tab, set id equal to id, name, this is the database table column name, and at the rate of name is parameter, at the rate of address equal to address equal to at the rate of address. It will update based on id, so here at the rate of id equal to id equal to at the rate of id. Now select and execute. Yes, it's a command completed successfully. My stored procedure created successfully. Now let's check the stored procedure whether it's working or not. Change the stored procedure name, update user underscore sp, USA to Canada, and Jerry to Sandy Peterson. Okay, select and execute. Yes, now let's check the records in the database table whether it's update or not. Yeah, let's check. Yes, it's successfully updated Sandy Canada 105 records. Now copy the update procedure and paste. This procedure I will use to perform delete operation. So delete user underscore sp, and since the command is delete user info underscore tab, where id equal to at the rate of id, it's need only one parameter to perform delete operation. Based on id, it will delete the record based on id. So the stored procedure is created successfully. Now let's check the stored procedure whether it's working or not. So it's one parameter, so remove the rest of parameter and the stored procedure name, delete user underscore sp, execute. Yes, let's check the records. Yes, 105 records is deleted successfully. Okay, now I will use this stored procedure in Android Studio. Okay, now I'm gonna creating a class to connect with the SQL Server in Android Studio. So suppress-lint new API public connection. My class name is connection class. Now string IP of the server where SQL Server is installed. Port is default port is 1433. If you change your SQL Server port, you should put your port number of SQL Server. Database name, DB name, database name is CRUD Android DB. So database name equal to double quotation, then CRUD Android DB. Okay, now DB user, database user name is SA, and database password is your SQL Server database password. Now stick mode dot thread policy equal to new stick mode dot thread policy dot builder dot permittal dot build. Okay, now stick mode dot set thread policy, just call this policy. Okay, now connection equal to default connection is null, then string connect URL is also null. Now add a try catch exception ex. Now error message log.e set error x dot to string get message. Okay, now class dot for name net dot source force. I just copy paste so that you also copy paste this connection string, because if you want to write, you can maybe you will get a mistake of the syntax. So just copy paste from the description box below. Now change the variable db name, db user, and password db pass. Okay, now connection equal to driver manager dot get connection URL. Okay, it's done. Finally return connection. Yes, So it's done. Now go to the activity main. Now declare the text view and button. So text view id equal to text view find v by id r dot id dot edit text number. id first edit text number, id is edit text number, so r dot id dot edit text number. Yes, now copy it and paste for the rest of edit text. This is edit text person name, and address is edit text person name 2. Now button btn add equal to button find v by id r dot id dot button. Yes, this is button 2 and this one is button 3. So copy it and paste this one for btn update, and btn update is button 2, and btn delete is button 3. Okay, now btn add dot set on click listener neo view dot on click listener. Yes, on click event is created automatically. Now connection con equal to connection class is the connection class what I created. Okay, now catch, I just copy paste the catch option, try catch. Okay, exception ex logically. Okay, now in this try portion I will perform insert operation. So if con not equal to null, I mean if connection is okay, then string q is query. My query is exec execute dbu dot my stored procedure name insert underscore user underscore sp. Just copy this stored procedure name and paste it in the query. Okay, now parameters id name address. So id from id text view edit text number id dot get text dot toString. Parameter first parameter is id and second parameter is name. So name is editTextText person name. Address is yes address dot get text dot toString. Okay, it's done. 3 parameters I have set 3 parameters. Now statement equal to con dot create statement. Now result equal to statement dot execute query q. Okay, now it's done. The text view 5 result id is text view 5, so declare the text view 5. Yes, text view id is msg. Okay, now r dot id dot text view 5. Okay, msg dot set text successfully edit. Okay, expand the manifest folder under the F, open the Android manifest.xml file. Now I'm gonna add permission in Android manifest. User permission dot name equal to Android permission dot internet. Close the user permission, and then user permission Android name equal to Android permission dot access network state. Okay, it's done. Now go to the SQL Server configuration manager. Yes, this is SQL Server configuration manager. Now check the TCP IP. The TCP IP is enabled. If it's disabled, you must enable the TCP IP and then restart the SQL Server. Now protocols for SQL Express. Here is TCP IP. I'm gonna check the port. Now right click and go to the property in the TCP IP and go to the IP address. Yes. Now scroll down, see that TCP dynamic port is 30661, where is the default TCP port is 1433. So 30661. Now put for 30661. Yes, it's done. Now just debug. Yes, it's debugging. Now let's check the records in the database table. There are 4 records. Now I'm gonna insert one more record. ID is 104 and name is Trump. Address is USA. Click on add. Okay, now let's check the records in the database. Oh, it's not added. What's problem? Add a else to check the SQL Server connection. If count not equal to null, then if connection is problem, then it will display the message error in connection. So run again. Yes, it's running. Okay, now 104 name Trump, address is USA. Click on add. Error in connection. I mean SQL Server connection is not working perfectly. I mean SQL Server connections problem. So now I have to do something more. I have to add dependency. In that case, go to the F folder, open the F folder under the your project, open the library folder, and in this library folder just put the JTDS 1.3.1.jar file. Yes, the file, you can download this file from the description box below or in the internet. Okay, now go to the file menu, click on project structure, click on dependency, click on F, and under the declared dependency just click on plus sign and select the jar dependency. Go to the application again and just copy this directory of the jar file, paste. Yes, now put backslash and then the jar file name. Just copy the jtds.jar file name, select and copy, paste it in the path, click on OK. Yes, yes, my jar dependency is added. Now run this F. Yes, it's done. Now I'm gonna insert record. There is only 4 records, 103. Now I'm gonna insert a record 104, name Trump and address is USA. Click on add, and let's check the records in the database. Execute. Yes, 104 Trump USA is inserted successfully in the SQL Server using Android Studio with Java code. One more record, ID 105, name Jenny, address USA, add, and check again. Yes, the record is inserted successfully. I mean the code is working fine. Now go to the code and change the font size of the button. This is button add, text size is 20 sp, and copy this one for button update and delete, and the text view also, text view ID name and address. All the font size is 20 sp, and the text view result, text view 5 is color is purple. Okay, yes, you can see the button's font size and the text view color also changed. Now place it. Yes, it's done. Now I'm gonna perform update operation, btn update. So put btn update dot set on click listener neo view dot on click listener. Okay, on click event is created. Now just copy this button add click event and paste it in the btn update click. Okay, now just change the stored procedure. Stored procedure is update user underscore sp. So just change the stored procedure, and the parameters are also same. The 3 parameters in insert and 3 parameters in update. So all are same, just see the message successfully updated, and the rest of the things are same. Now delete, btn delete dot set all click listener neo view dot on click listener. Okay, now just copy the update code from on click and paste here. Oh, con error. Oh, copy this connection also. Yes. Okay, now it's done. Things that there are one parameter in delete stored procedure, so I will put only one parameters in delete stored in delete button. So delete user underscore sp, and there is only one parameter. Rest of the parameter, there are two more parameters, just delete the two more parameters. Yes, successfully deleted. Now apply change and restart the activity. Okay, go to the SQL Server. Yes, now 105 records, delete the 105 records. Let's execute. Yes, the 105 ID records is deleted successfully. Okay, now 104 USA to Canada, update. Yes, it's updated successfully, ID 104. Now I'm going to insert one more record, ID 105, name Trump, Canada, add. Yes, the Trump Canada is inserted successfully. Now create one more stored procedure to get data from SQL Server database to Android Studio using stored procedure. So create ports, select user, get, yes, get underscore user underscore sp, and parameter 1, and change the SQL command. SQL command is select star from user info underscore tab where id equal to @ of id. Okay, it's successfully created the stored procedure. Let's check the stored procedure. Get user underscore sp exec, get user underscore sp, parameter is 102. Parameter is one parameter, id, so id, yes. Now 103, yes, it's displaying records only 102 where the id is 103. Okay, now resize this text edit text number to place a button beside of edit text number. Okay, now copy this button and paste, place this button beside of edit text number id. Okay, text is get, yes, and the id of this button is button 4. You can see in. Now first of all declare the button 4. So this button is for get, so we can get, and id is button 4. Okay, now create a click event of button 4. So btn get dot set on click listener neo view dot on click listener. Now on click event is created. Now copy the on click code from the btn delete and paste it in btn get. Okay, parameter is single one parameter, and the stored procedure name is get user underscore sp. So just change the stored procedure name, get user underscore sp. Okay, query, okay, id. Now remove this msg and here add a while loop. While result dot next, then name tag box, name dot set text result dot get string, index start from 1, so name is in the second index 2, and address is in the third index, so address 3. Index address columns index is 3. Okay, now Android is starting. Yes, started successfully. Now put id 103 get, yes, read address 5 5. Yes, you can see. Now select start from user input type. Yes, it's these are the records. Now I will check based on these records. 100 John USA, it's working fine. If 101, then Christian UK. Yes. If it's 104, then Jenny Canada. Thanks for watching this tutorial.